Have y'all been keeping up with this Jonah Hill thing? Yeah. Okay. No. Okay. So real quick, if you don't know what it is, Jonah Hill's ex put out a bunch of his text messages to her while they were dating, and she was a surfer. She still is, and then they were dating while she was surfing, and it's him being like, "Why you gotta surf around men, and why you got?" And she's like a surfer and a surfer instructor. He's like, "Why you gotta surf with men, and why you gotta post pictures of yourself surfing in a bikini and all this?" So it was all this shit like that, right? And it just you could see a decline in the text messages where he's clearly so worried about being cheated on, he's not making sense. He's like, "Why you gotta surf with dude? Because then if you're surfing and then he's surfing, what if y'all start surfing on each other?" You know what I mean? And then like y'all are surfing together, and what if you get surf in your mouth? And then now you were just covered in surf, and you come home and you're like got surf on you. I was like, nigga, are you all right? Like, you know, so there's been a lot of backlash about him being narcissistic and misogynistic and everything. And I think Jonah Hill committed a cardinal sin. He really did. Jonah Hill told a woman what to do while being an ugly motherfucker. Can't do that shit. You cannot do that shit. Like, look at the text and then look at his face. You cannot tell anybody what to do, sir. That's too much bass in your text right now for that hairline you got, you know? I'm not gonna lie, if John Hamm had sent those same texts, if John Hamm was like, "I don't want you talking to any other men," you'd be like, "Okay, daddy." Like, Did y'all see the Alabama brawl? Yo, who knew Wakanda was in Alabama? That was crazy. You know, that was wild. So many people came out of nowhere. That shit was like Black January 6th. That was like, that was crazy. If you didn't see the video, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll explain it really quick. Basically, there was this one guy. He was an employee of the place, right? And he was like asking these people to move their boat, you know? So it was a black employee, but he was asking these people who happened to be white that had the boat to move their boat, and they wouldn't move the boat. I don't even know if this part is true, but I heard that the riverfront boat that was waiting to dock had been waiting for like 40 minutes because these people refused to move, right? So finally, he just keeps going, like, "You gotta move the boat, you gotta move the boat." They get out of their boat, they're cursing at him, and he's not backing down. He's like, "You have to move the boat. I work here. You have to move the boat." And then they just keep cursing at him. Finally, they put hands on him, and then they start fighting him. And he did his best. He held his own for quite a while. So it's not like they beat his ass, but they were clearly ganging up on this dude, right? And, you know, a lot of people, as soon as they saw the video, they got upset. I got upset once. I thought it was going to bum me out just seeing like 5 white dudes ganging up on this like middle-aged black dude and everything. And some people were upset about the racial part immediately. But I'm not going to lie. I was distracted. I wasn't. I didn't hate these people because they were ganging up on them and they were white. I hated them because they had a boat. You know what I mean? This isn't just a race thing. These rich fucks with a boat are trying to beat up a working class person. Is insane. You know, made me furious. And then they started fighting them, and then like other people came. And, you know, a lot of black people already saw what was happening. So then when the riverfront boat docked and other black people who saw what was happening, they all just swarmed. It looked like, like that one episode in Game of Thrones where, you know, they were losing, but then just more just came down the mountain. It was like, I was like, God damn, okay, wow. Send in the troops, apparently. I should back up. When the fight started, the initial fight where the dude was getting ganged up on, he just threw his hat. Just threw it, and that almost felt like a signal. That was, as a black person, I didn't know that was our call to arms. I didn't know this was like, oh, okay, all right, we go now. That was wild to begin with. Then it was crazy because then so many people swarmed in, it turned into a huge brawl, and I don't know if you saw a video, but there was one person that wanted to help when they saw him getting jumped so badly. that this nigga swam. Jumped in the water. From the camera angle, we don't know where he came from. I'd like to think he came from Africa. I'd like to think he started swimming 6 weeks ago in preparation. Because look, if you know, the history of black people swimming, especially in the South, you know that we're not known for it. You know what I mean? And so I'm not gonna critique his swimming because I was just happy to see another black dude swim. That's just, every one of us swimming is a W, okay? But I do have to comment because he wasn't swimming normal. Did you see him swim? He wasn't swimming regular. This was not regular swimming, right? This man wasn't swimming to the fight. This man was punching the water till he got there. I knew he was gonna whoop ass when he got out of the water because he would. I've never seen someone punch water till they got to their location. That was so crazy. Go back and watch the video. This man punching with horsepower. Like, I've never seen anything like it. And then he gets out of the water, starts whooping ass, everybody whooping ass and everything. So you know that those white people, when it started fighting, then started more fighting, you know they were relieved when the cops got there, but they must have been conflicted because half the cops were black. Like that's a situation where even when the cops arrive, you're like, ooh, whose side are you on? Because I was kind of doing a thing before you got here. You know what I mean? Honestly, that's what's so wild. Because I think also I've tried to put my mind I've tried to put myself in the mind of each person that was in the video in a way. Do you know what I mean? Because that's a terrifying thing. To get jumped is a terrifying thing. Then the person swimming. Then I'm just trying to think about every angle that I could think about it from. I'm not gonna lie. That must have been a huge surprise because you out here ganging up on this one dude with your buddies, and then before you know it, there's just like 50 black people. That's Listen, I'm telling you right now, let's say y'all just blinked, and when you opened your eyes, there were 50 black people behind me. I'm not even saying you'd be scared, but you'd be surprised. You'd be like, wow, that was fast. That's all you'd say. You know? Because that's the thing. That's, I think, the strangest part, one of the weirdest parts, like when you start watching the video, let's say you start watching the video, you had no context, nobody told you what was going to happen, you hadn't seen any of the memes yet. The craziest thing about what happens is that, especially as a black person, I think some people are curious why black people have been memeing the shit out of it and everything. It's because if you know the South and you know the history of 5 white guys ganging up on a black guy and how that usually goes, you know, especially when they have enough money for a boat. Usually doesn't turn out well, you know what I mean? And so this was a different thing. This is a different outcome than we've ever really seen before, you know? Because I'll be honest with you. Let's say we're in a different time and there's no camera phones and they were able to leave before the cops got there. They would have just beat up that dude and left, you know? And that's my thing where it's like, okay, yeah, whoop their ass, we all laugh, we all celebrate, whatever, but like, fuck up that boat. Like, fuck up the... What are you doing? Like, bust up the bow or something. Like, rip a rudder out, please. I do think that would hurt them more than the ass whooping. They just be standing there and looking like skippers. Not the boat! You know what's actually crazy? I thought about this weekend. You know what I've never done at all in my life? I had to really think about it. Never once in my life have I Googled Jada Pinkett Smith. So why do I know so much? Why do any of us know so much? Isn't that crazy? I've never even Googled Jada and Will. I've never sought any of this information. I know so much about them, it feels like we're related. It's devastating. I don't know if y'all saw the most recent interview. She's given her 1,000th. And in it, she says that she says so many things. First of all, she said that she sold crack when she lived in Baltimore, which is like believable. That's a very entry-level job in Baltimore. That part I was like, and? But then she also said her and Will have been separated for like 7 years. Which what? She also said that Tupac is her soulmate. It's like she's going out of her way to hurt Will's feelings now. This is really insane. Tupac is your soulmate. You've been married for decades. My soulmate's a guy from the 90s. And the more I think about it, and the more I listen to Jada talk, the more that I'm convinced that Tupac died to get away from her. Like, I feel like... Easily. They dated for a while, you know what I mean? And then he got a taste of what Will has lived with. And then he was in Vegas, and he got into it with some dudes on some gang shit and stuff like that. And they shot at him, and he thought about what life would be like with Jada. And so he just leaned into the bullet. She said they haven't been together. Her and Will have not been together since 2016. Which does make the slap more confusing now. That's right, because like that, they haven't lived together since 2016. Now it feels less like you were defending your wife and more like you just wanted to hit Chris Rock. Like, turn that man to a tambourine for no reason. That's insane. It really is. Like, what? Not even defending your wife at this point. You were defending your neighbor, I guess. Haven't lived together since 2016. It also makes the entanglement more confusing now. Watching Will and Jada is just like the Black Inception. You know what I mean? It's just a nightmare and a nightmare and a nightmare. There's twists that nobody asked for. What? Entanglement. Because then, this is my thing. If they weren't together, why'd they have that whole talk acting like they were together? It made them look worse. Why did they do that? It made her look like a cheater and him look like a cuck, but then they weren't together. So what's the big deal now? I mean, the big deal is that she fucked her son's friend, which is... A lot of people don't know that. That was Jaden's friend. So Jaden over there waiting for play dates and stuff. Ain't nobody showing up like it's a Brazzers video. It's so chaotic. No, it's just very chaotic. And look, I want to be fair for a second. I do want to be fair. Everyone comes for Jada and everybody shits on Jada so hard. And I get it. It's easy because she won't stop talking. But like, some of this is on Will. We can all agree about some of this is genuinely on Will. People blame Jada for the slap. That's not her fault. That's a grown man. And he got up there and he slapped another grown man. You can't blame her for that. It's not like she used her powers. And people blame a lot of the marriage stuff on just Jada. Will is also married to Jada. You know what I mean? He could get a divorce if he wants to, but he doesn't want to. He does not want, and if you pay attention to the interviews, he said it. Divorce is not an option. He'd rather them live as single people and still be married than to get a divorce. Which is weird. It is weird. I understand. For a long time, they were the symbol of black love, especially in Hollywood, right? And that's a symbol that he carefully curated that maybe she didn't want to be a part of, but it's one of the reasons he can't let it go, because it's a failure that he will not accept, right? But to just live as two single people but still be married is weird. It's very odd. Who is it for? It's not for them. They're not together. It's not for us, because now she aired it out. Everybody knows. It's not for the kids, because they're already weird. So who is this for? And like, I mean, it must be rough. I do get it. I have empathy for both of them genuinely, because I think Will, you know, came on strong, wants to make it work and everything, and Jada was just not having it. And a part of me, you know, I'm wrapping up, but just a part of me, a part of me gets it. Because if it's not the life that she wanted, it shouldn't be the life she accepted. That's fair. You're an adult in the world and you make your own decisions and you need to live by them, right? But also, to be fair to her, I don't have a gorgeous millionaire trying to fuck me and marry me. I don't know. It probably seems pretty hard to turn down. I'm not gonna lie. Like if Zendaya walked in here right now and y'all look like you're together, if she told you, bro, if she was like, I want to marry you and be with you for the rest of my life, you'd probably be like, look, I'm in a happy relationship and I found my happiness. I hope you find yours. I'm not saying it'd be easy to say to her. You'd probably say it after I do, but I don't know if y'all saw, but Sam Bankman-Fried was found guilty on all charges. If you don't know who Sam Bankman-Fried is, he's the dude who looked like somebody microwave Shia LaBeouf. He was behind a multi-billion-dollar crypto scandal, and you know, took a lot of people's money. Had a lot of powerful friends, so he could take a lot of people's money. He was found guilty, and you know, he made a serious mistake. He stole money from rich people. Well, when you think about it, it's really all he did wrong. If you steal from the poor, you're going to be pretty good off. Like, I don't know. This dude is going to go away for a long time. Which is crazy, because I don't really understand what he did. But I'm glad he didn't do it to me. I'm like, you ever just, because I never got into crypto because I didn't understand it, so you ever just be so dumb you miss a whole tragedy? You just, because I saw the whole thing coming. I was having FOMO and everything, and then everybody started losing their money. I was like, maybe it pays to not read sometimes. Maybe it's to my benefit that I have stayed as ignorant as possible on very specific subjects in life. I was having a conversation with a friend from back home, and so many things work in connection together to get me where I am. I saw this article about this guy. I think his name's, I might be mispronouncing it, but Brian Mwende, and he is in Kenya, and he was a lawyer. He was a fake lawyer. And he won 26 cases straight. $26 cases straight, one after the other. WWWW. And then they finally caught him. And now he is awaiting trial, where I pray he represents himself. That's phenomenal. 26. You got fake, and apparently it's a whole thing. I didn't know this. In Kenya, this is a whole thing. There are a bunch of fake lawyers, because he was just the first one. There's a bunch of fake lawyers that just never actually passed the bar, but they've been practicing. I guess they got a storefront or something. Like, I don't know, you just walk in and you're like, you seem like a lawyer. You know, the only way I know any lawyer has been a lawyer that I've ever worked with was the paper on the wall behind their desk. If that's fake, I have a fake lawyer. That's my favorite story, though. My favorite thing that happened was Paris Fashion Week.
If y'all aren't familiar, Paris has Fashion Week, and all these people high up in the fashion world, rich people, celebrities, they all descended on Paris for a week to see and be seen and stuff. And while they were there was an outbreak of bed bugs, which is hilarious. It couldn't be. You gathered all the richest people in the world together in one place and gave them bed bugs? Are we sure this wasn't an activist? You sure this wasn't Greta Thunberg trying new things? You know what I mean? Just her sitting there like, you take a jet, you pays the price. You know, could have been, we don't know. But it was amazing. They gave all those rich people bed bugs. It made me laugh so hard because it's Fashion Week, so half of them dress like bed bugs to begin with. So like, bed bugs probably thought it was mating season, you know what I mean? They were seeing them walk by like, okay, come through, thickness. I'm gonna take a bite of you later. But no, people from Fashion Week spoke to the press and the public. People from the local government spoke to the press and the public and everything. And mostly everyone was trying to maintain a sense of calm the entire time, right? We're very sorry that this is happening. This is not a reflection on our beautiful city. We're doing our best to move people. Just please stick with us, right? But there was one person that was my favorite. The deputy mayor also spoke to the public and the press. But when the deputy mayor came out, he was like, it's an outbreak. No one is safe. What kind of leader says no one is safe? We just came out of a global pandemic where no country's leader said no one is safe, even when no one was safe. That's crazy. Then the mayor, because the mayor came out, she was ready. She was like prim, proper. She made me feel reassured, and I wasn't even in Paris, right? And then she got this assistant-ass mayor behind her. No one is safe. She's probably like, get him out of here. It's crazy. No one is safe. Every leader I've ever had has tried to maintain a sense of calm in a crisis. I remember when I was in middle school, in English class. And English class was after lunch. And I had seen this kid at lunch, and he had a nasty-ass lunch. I don't know what it was, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, he gonna be sick. That is disgusting. And so then I sat as far away from him as I could, corner of the classroom. And then middle of class, sure enough, his stomach started bubbling. And we all hear it. He's just over here taking notes like... looking at us like, y'all don't hear me, right? It's like, of course we hear you. His stomach is loud as hell. And then in the middle class, he jumps up and runs out. And on the way to running out, because he was very sick, he threw up on the back of like 7 kids' heads. And our teacher said, calm down. I know y'all just got thrown up on. Let me get some towels. It's gonna be fine. She didn't say, no one is safe. You see what I mean? I worked at an Italian restaurant that burned down, right? It burned down, and even as the head chef was trying to put the flames out on his back, no one yelled, no one is safe. We just tried to put this man out. Actually, one of my favorite things about when that happened was, okay, so the chef is on fire, right? Like, and then the line cook ran out to the dining hall where everybody else was, and then just yelled to the whole dining hall, we on fire, motherfuckers! Which is like as informative as it is unhelpful. Like, he's telling them the details, but not enough to get them moving. Also, we are not on fire, just he is on fire. Some of the building is on fire, but mostly as we, it's just him. He on fire by himself, right? And so no one knows what to do, because even if someone ran in now and was like, we on fire, motherfuckers, you wouldn't immediately jump up and run. They looked at him and they were like, so is he on drugs or what's And it wasn't until the chef ran out behind him out the door with a couple flames still on his back that everybody cleared out. He yelled, we on fire, motherfuckers. He didn't yell, no one is safe. What would even possess you to put the words to get to the public, no one is safe? Like, when I think about, now that I think about it, I think that was that deputy mayor low-key admitted he had bed bugs. That's what it was. It had to be. No one is safe. That means I'm not safe. No one is safe. I wish there was video. There's no video of it happening. But you can tell that this is the case because anytime one of our leaders has to speak to us, they're calm because it's not their problem. That's what's happening. I grew up in Louisiana. Our whole state would get slammed by hurricanes, and the governor would come on TV and be like, we're gonna stick in this together, all right? We're all in this together. He's clearly in Massachusetts, by the way. We're all in this together, all right? Y'all just stick with me, we're gonna get through this. You know what I mean? I think that dude freaked out because it was his problem. It's hard to stay calm when you're in the middle of something, you know? I wish there was video. There's no video. I wish he would just come out, because you know he yelled it. You know, he was like, no one is safe. It's happening to everybody, including really cool people who don't deserve this. God damn, I wish there was a video just to see him be like, it's an outbreak, y'all. We doing our best, but this is bullshit.
I thought I had it all figured out, you know. I was sexting. And sexting's a very precarious situation. You want to make sure you're sexting at the right time, you know? Because if it's like 8 o'clock, you still got other people texting you, you know? You don't want to accidentally send a text that's incoming to somebody because you opened the thing, you know what I mean? And it's also like, what if you're not that skilled? Like, what if I'm not good texting with just my left hand? Now you texting typos and stuff. It's knocking the sexy right out of your sexting. You know, it's like, I'm gonna fud your bass. It's like, nobody's into it now. You know? So I had an idea. I was like, this is what I'm gonna do. And I didn't talk to anybody about it. I had never heard anybody doing this, but in my mind, it was the best thing to do. I was like, I'm just gonna speak to text. So that way, I don't gotta worry about the other hand and everything, and I can just like get in the zone and stuff. I don't have to worry about other people texting me and everything. And it went horribly wrong. Because I wasn't at home. I was at my childhood home. So I was in my room, but it wasn't my house, you know? And it was, 9 o'clock or so, and we were sexted. And look, I'll read you the thing right now. This is what. Okay. All right. So she's like, "Oh, okay. And what would you do if you were here right now?" And then I was like, "Girl, I would tear those clothes off. And Mom, what are you doing in here?" Mom, I had the door closed. You can't just open the door. I was just coming to see if you wanted dinner. No, I'm okay. Mom, get out right now. Boy, how you gonna tell me to get out somewhere in my house? I'm sorry, Mom, please, can you please leave and close the door? You know we don't have closed doors in this house. Which is true, that's a very like black family thing of like you not closing the door in my house. What you up to in there? I was like, Mama, please leave, please, please leave. And she was like, all right, what's the big deal? I was like, nothing, Mom, just please get out of here. So anyway, girl, I would say... All right, thank y'all so much. Y'all have a great night. Welcome to the Josh Johnson Show. I'm Josh Johnson, joined by my co-host, fellow stand-up comedian Logan Nielsen. Logan, how you doing, buddy?
I am doing all right, man. How are you?
I'm doing okay, man. I did a school show at a school last night, and it was really good. Students were great.
Like elementary, or
everybody was just
really dope. Well, okay.
You just said school. Everyone knows you meant college. I'm just goofing. Gosh.
No, I'm with you. But just in case, I don't need those problems of someone hitting me up and being like, our elementary school would love to have a clown come and do his thing, bring some joy to the children.
I wonder what an elementary would pay for for some lunchtime stand-up.
I think you have to ask what they pay the teachers and then go lower from there.
Shit, I'm going higher from there.
Oh yeah.
I'm giving them a break.
Okay.
I'm gonna do for a teacher's day pay plus tips. That's right. I'm hoping I want them to encourage the children to leave tips.
Okay, so this is my thing. I try to have a real day of it, right? Because the actual show wasn't going to be until 8.
Okay.
And the train from New York to DC is about, 3 hours or something?
Okay.
And so in my head, I was like, you know what I'm going to do?
Yeah.
I'm going to make like a full day out of it. And if Sally and I weren't going to Australia, I would have tried to get like, Sally to come, but I know she had errands to run and to pack and stuff like that.
Right.
But basically, I got up early, went to the station, made the train by like 5 minutes, which is my favorite. I love that so much. I love like when you're gonna make it, but you've also really cut it close to where there's no waiting. It's like, it's the best. It's so good.
I don't know. That to me, I understand what you're saying. To me, though, that last 5 minutes leaves too much opportunity for something to go wrong. And if one thing goes wrong, then you are late. You have missed this train now. It's kind of how I feel. I mean, the Amtrak is less so. I've had less trouble with it. Like if you show up, if you cut it close, but like,
you know what it is?
I don't know.
This is my thing. So I left. It takes 30 minutes to get there. And then probably another 10 to get to my track from where I got off at the train. So 40 minutes total. Okay. And I left with about an hour to get there. So I had this 20-minute pad, right? And at one point the train was stopped. And at another point, I was like, should I get some snacks? Should I not? And so it wasn't a 5 minutes of desperation. It was a 5 minutes of like, by the time I sat down in my seat, there were still 5 minutes before the train took off. So when I say to spare, I don't mean like I almost missed it. I probably made it by 10 minutes. But
you had 5 minutes to indulge.
I had 5 minutes to watch people panic. I had 5 minutes to really feel like I was better than everyone.
I'm here so early.
Yeah. And
didn't I plan ahead like a good boy?
And the train ride over, because I mentioned this when we were doing our virtual live show for the patrons and stuff.
That we just did, by the way. And we do every month.
Come on through.
Here's a little ad, huh? There you go.
And sure enough, my man, this is, okay. So I ended up sitting facing the other direction that we were traveling, right? Because you know how the way that the seats are set up, you can sit facing forward or facing back. And some people don't like to face back because it makes them dizzy and stuff,
I am one of those people.
Yeah. And
depending on the mood. Anyway, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good. But I'm facing backwards and I don't mind. It's fine. I've been very blessed where I don't get dizzy easily. It takes a lot for me to get dizzy, even though I'm an easy faint. So like I'm either awake or I'm not.
Oh, see, and then I'm an easy dizzy, hard faint.
Okay, wow. If you put us together, we make one awake person.
Or one horribly vulnerable person.
Yeah. Someone who is both spinning and asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just either one very healthy person or one very sick person.
Yeah.
A lot of head injuries from all the falling.
And so where I'm sitting, I have a clear shot at the bathroom, which in my mind is going to be a problem. Like there was some chance to move, because whenever you're leaving New York, I can't remember what the first stop is, but I think the first stop is still New York. So I guess if you ever wanted to steal like a whole ride, you could probably get away with it because they don't start checking tickets until you're actually headed to
you're in Jersey, right?
Jersey, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I'm on the train for an easy like 9 minutes with one stop before they actually start checking me and stuff. And once they check you, I don't know what the process is if you can move and just bring your ticket with you that they put at your seat, but I don't like to, just in case, conductor passes by and it's like, I don't remember you. Where's that ticket from? And then I gotta be like, it's from you, bro. Please remember me. I know there's a whole train and you do this like your entire day for 10 hours, but please remember me, right?
That is a weird, the only times I'd ever ridden Amtrak, it's only been a handful of times, so it's like a thing I don't do often enough. I always get nervous that like I'm gonna fuck up something with just handing them the thing or scanning. Now you can just scan on the phone. And I did that last time, like, oh, but surely still something will be wrong. Because they usually put like the little ticket above you, and then I'm like, what if that falls? And they're gonna be like, you gotta get off. I always have a little panic for that, and it's the oldest form of transportation I use. It's also because I don't ride horses.
Even if something really bad happened and they didn't remember you, and your ticket fell, and it went under a seat, and they still want to take your money. So they would still let you buy another ticket that would probably only be more affordable now that you're closer.
And it might just be like whatever you have in your pockets. And we'll let you stay on this train.
Listen, if you want to stay on this train, you're going to have to pay us $19 because we are almost at your destination.
Yeah. By the way, sorry if you're hearing a lot of clacking and walking around. My dog's getting restless. I won't dig into this next. We're talking about trains, and I love talking about trains. But she just had surgery. So I brought all my gear upstairs to hang out with her. But she walks around, and it's all hardwood floor up here, so you can probably hear clickety clack of beagles walking around on my mic here. So anyway, so that's why I'm looking around. I'm darting around like someone's sneaking up on me, but I'm just trying to keep track of my healing canine. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead. Trains.
Yeah. Heal up, Maddie. All right. Prayers up. Okay.
Bro, she's got some gnarly scars. She got cut up.
Jeez. Oh my gosh.
I mean, they had to, I guess, sorry, we are talking about now, but she had a big old tumor on her side she had to get cut out. Well, and they even said, too, like, it had grown enough that some muscle had gotten intertwined with it, which was okay. They could easily do that. But they said when it heals, there's a good chance she'll just have a divot. That she'll have a little golf fairway divot in her side where she got a little speed bump.
I'm excited for you to take Maddie to a dog park and just her talking to the other dogs and being like, so were you in Nam or what happened? Like,
bro, she's been through some shit. Because she had 3 different bladder surgeries, I mean, years ago. She's had this lump we got removed. She had it removed 4 years ago. And they said it might grow back, and it did. And then she had a second one in her neck that we took out too, and we also took off a cyst on her back that had gotten bigger. That one wasn't cancerous, but they're like, hey, if we got her under. So she's just got a big old, like, her whole back is shaved in like a weird like jigsaw puzzle, basically. Yeah. And then her neck shaved too. I was telling you before we got on mic, like, it's hard because then we can't really put a cone on her because then it will rub against the one on her neck, and also she could still scratch that with her foot. So I just been putting shirts on my dog, and she doesn't really like wearing shirts. So I do get a lot of stares. There's a lot of just staring at me. Yeah. Of like, what have you done? Yeah. What have you done to my life?
You know this isn't right.
Yeah. This isn't right. I don't like it. I'll tell you, did you see the picture? I'm going to send to you right now. Do you see the picture when I first got her home? I posted it on Instagram. You'll just appreciate the fucking look she's given me. I'm going to text it to you right now. Because I've never seen a dog be like, why so much in a picture? Just look at this fucking demon stare that she gives me.
Oh, you gotta send that to the people. You gotta put that in the show notes.
It's on my Instagram. If you go to my Instagram, you'll see it. But it is a I will destroy you stare.
Wow. I've never heard a dog curse before, but she is right now in my head when I look at that picture.
Well, it's because we picked her up for having her gone all day and then immediately put a shirt on her. And she's like, first you do this, and now I got to wear clothes, which you know I fucking don't like.
Yeah. This whole day has been unnatural. And
I used to be a wolf.
Yeah.
I just assume they think that anytime we do anything dumb to them, they just in their heads go, I used to hunt.
I like the idea that there's like hotep dogs that are like, see, what happened was the white man, because we used to be wolves, right? And then the white man came along and tried to get us to push him, to pull him, to push him in his work. So then his work became our work. All right. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Do you hear me? All right. So I'm not doing what when he says sit, I stand. When he says stay, I go. All right. I'm not really about that. Okay. And best believe anybody step to me, he can get bit. All right. You're going to have to put me down. But if you put me down, best believe you won't put all of us down. They'll never put all of us down.
We didn't land in the dog park. Dog park landed on us.
Let me tell you something right now, because that's the thing with dogs as well. Where anytime people act like they've been the deciding factor in the full change in the dog's life, I'm like, all right, yeah, but as an animal, it was going to get along on its own, like in some form. You know what I mean? Like for every breed outside of the breeds that we've completely made up, you know, there's a couple ones with the snouts that can't breathe, and we did that. That was us. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think everything else though,
we ruined them.
Like anytime you see a dog that's like deeply, especially as a puppy, I'm talking about like puppies, deeply out of shape, that was you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
no,
they love to burn calories as a resting state.
Yeah.
Their favorite thing to do is burn calories.
I'm not delusional because there's some, I know people who are just like, my dog has this trait because they're, because of their previous owner, blah, 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 all this stuff. And I know I had her since she was a puppy. It's a little different, but I know every one of my dog's bad behaviors, absolutely my fault. I know 100% is my fault by nature of just like, she's only been around. I've been the only authority figure she's ever known. So clearly anything shitty she does, I didn't handle or didn't care enough to handle. The long time where it was just me and her living in Chicago. She basically had an apartment to herself like half the time.
Yeah, free reign.
Yeah. Sorry, she was basically a human adult.
Yeah,
and I didn't do anything to curb any bad behavior. So I'm like, she sucks and it's my fault. But she's old now, so.
I love when a dog does a horrific thing, and then they run up to you like you're going to be proud. Like, I did it for you. You know what I mean? Like when a dog just runs up to you with like a full pigeon in its mouth, and it's like, aren't you proud that I brought this diseased animal back to you?
Well, that's why I love. She's so bad at catching stuff. The one time she did catch something, she just looked surprised.
Yeah.
I think I told it on the show before, but she caught a possum and she was just like, and you could see in her eyes the thought was, I don't know what to do now.
So
it's never gotten this far.
Last night, Chance saw a raccoon, which is literally just built like him. Like he's a fat Shiba. And it's just him.
It's going to be about the size of him. Yeah.
Yeah. And just different colors, but still it was trying to get into a bag. As Sally told me, he saw it and just was amped and was like really talking all of that good shit from across the fence. Like,
was that his first raccoon he's seen that you know of? Okay, yeah. Because it's funny when you see a dog see their first something. Because either they'll freak out, but like when Maddie sees something for the first, like when she like saw a possum for the first time, she just looked at it and wasn't upset. It just looked like her world collapsed a little bit because she learned of a new thing.
Yeah, he does
and the possum
seem
just
to
looked at her.
Yeah, exactly. He seems to be upset that they are alive. He would love to unalive them, like at every turn.
Right. Yeah. Maddie doesn't have that as much. She doesn't. She likes to chase, but she doesn't. If something stops running, she will just like. She had a rabbit one time that I think I've told this before too, but she snuck up on it and was like 6 inches away. The rabbit just didn't run, and then she just looked at me and she's like, "I don't," and then just walked away. Because it didn't run, she's like, "No, this is wrong. So this seems like a trap now."
Yeah, yeah. This rabbit knows something that I don't know.
Yeah.
Honestly,
anyway.
if I come for this rabbit, I feel like something bad is gonna happen.
Yeah. You're on the other side of him. Is he holding something? Does he have a weapon?
Yeah. Is he holding something behind his back?
Yeah. He seems to be too calm about this. Anyway, sorry. Trains. We haven't had dog talk in a while, you know?
Yeah. No, it's fine. It's fine.
And this has consumed my fucking weekend, this surgery.
I'm with you.
I've
totally
barely slept.
Yeah.
I've barely slept. Because she won't lay still. Mm-hmm. It's not that I haven't slept out of worry. It's because she wakes up and then sprints while drugged up still on anesthesia. That's Friday night after she had her surgery was just like waking up and just trying to sprint to nowhere.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
It does sound like the opposite of what anesthesia should do.
It never used to affect her that way, but the last couple times she's had stuff, because she had a tooth removed last year, and she did the same thing. It's like she's sleeping, and then she just wakes up and acts like there's something urgent she has to go do.
Yeah.
Which there isn't, because she's a dog.
You don't know that, though. Maybe there's unfinished bones and unfinished business outside the yard, you know?
Maybe. Because it does. It seems like she just starts walking places like, I'm supposed to do something, and then she stops, and she's like, no, it's right. I have no responsibilities. I'll go lay back down. I forgot I'm a dog.
Yeah. But basically,
anyway, college gig, trains, choo-choos and colleges.
I was seated diagonal from the bathroom, which I knew was probably going to be a problem. I wasn't sure how, but I knew eventually something would happen. And I was
you're at least gonna smell something.
Yeah, and I was across also from the dining cart. And so a part of me was like, man, maybe I should just spend some time in the dining cart. But my seat, I don't know if this was a malfunction or if I was just lucky or maybe Amtrak stepped up their game. But my seat went back just a little bit more than normal. Ooh. And as soon as it went back and no one ever came to sit next to me, I was like, then I'm in it. Like, why would I move? Life is good, you know? So anyway.
Shit, I might stay on for an extra stop past DC. I might just keep going.
Maybe I'll end up in Virginia. I don't care.
When the seat's this good, why get off?
And eventually, it happened. There was a guy who you could tell. I heard his clip clopping from down the row. Right? No. This guy.
You said that right after Maddie walked by, so I thought you were saying you heard her.
No.
Clip clopping.
This dude, I don't know what type of nice shoes he had on, but they were the fanciest flip flops I've ever heard that were dress shoes. Because it was like
I've got a tap recital.
Yeah. It was legitimately like, how are these shoes making this much noise? And then he's running down the aisle, and you can tell he's trying to hold it together, but he gets to the bathroom and someone's in there, and the impatience, because where the seats are, there is the handicap seating, right?
Right.
And so that means that since there's no one there in a wheelchair or anything, there's just room. And so he's pacing. This man is pacing back and forth on the train, and then eventually the person gets out, and he goes in, and I forgot all about him.
Punches him in the mouth.
Yeah,
you took too long.
I truly forget all about this dude.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember what I was watching. I think I was watching
Emily in Paris.
Nah, never. Dang, I can't remember. But I was just watching a show on Netflix. The show gets done, and then maybe
Emily in Paris is on Netflix.
Maybe 2 or 3 minutes after the show gets done, this guy walks out and just hands in pockets, stands near the bathroom, leaned back. Like he looked like the only thing he was missing was a cigarette to smoke. Like he just barely made it. Like his whole life flashed before his eyes or something. Because the level of relaxed that he was when he walked out.
Oh, it was relaxed. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was hands in pockets, like shameful.
No.
I saw like hands in pockets, head down, being like, how do I live like this?
It's hard to see someone more on top of the world than he was.
Oh, good for him.
It's rare. It's rare that you see someone so content that he leaned his back on the wall.
Wow. So unencumbered.
So unencumbered. And then he just clip-clopped back to wherever his seat was. And I was like, man.
Like he's a horse.
What ecstasy must this man have experienced? Because a part of me was like, maybe he used the bathroom, or maybe he just did drugs in there. Because it was such a change in him. It was truly such a change. And it also took so long that I'm like, all right.
Yeah, because you said you're watching a show.
Yeah.
30-minute or 45-minute?
No, 30-minute. Yeah.
30 minutes. Okay, because I'd say it's depending if it was like an hour-long drama.
Yeah.
Then like he was getting after it.
Yeah. Legit in the bathroom for what had to be 33 minutes. And that's a little too long. I mean, he had time to do both.
Poop and heroin? Is what you're saying?
Neither one of them take that long.
I mean, if you want to enjoy them.
Nobody boo-boos a whole episode of Seinfeld with the commercials and then walks out happy.
I mean, yeah, definitely doesn't walk out, because usually if you do it that long, your legs are asleep.
Yeah.
So it takes you a second. You got to stand there at least being like, ooh, getting the tingles out.
When I was on the Amtrak, though, the food offered is not.
Well, that's the end of it. Is not. It's not food?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've never looked this specifically in the dining car.
In the dining car where you buy the food that they provide.
Because I've never looked in there. I've never seen. Mm-hmm. Okay, what do they got? What's on the fake menu?
There's a microwave pizza that I'm pretty sure is like a one that you get in a grocery store. So I guess some people would consider that real, but I feel like because you don't control the microwave,
existing and real are different things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
it's not a real pizza, and you're not gonna feel good, right?
No, I've had those. They're not good, no matter what. They at best they are there.
And the person, to their credit, the person that works the Amtrak train that is firing them up for you and everything in the microwave is following the instructions. But the instructions, this is what people don't understand about microwavable foods that are kind of faux foods, is that you have to come up with your own instructions. You know? You have to tinker.
You do.
Diligently, and you have to understand your microwave. You have to understand your dinner that you're having through that TV dinner, and you have to know, okay, am I a low wattage? Am I a medium? If I'm a medium, is it 3 minutes or is it 3.5? Okay. Some people break it down to such a science that they'll put that microwave on 325 and have whatever their TV dinner is coming out perfect. Because they've eaten it so much that now they realize, like, okay, 330, a little too hot, a little dry, you know?
Yeah. Which is a great combination of victory and sadness. Because you're like, I nailed this. Because it's like, I'm too good at microwaving these.
Because in all the time that you got good at microwaving these, possibly, potentially, I'm not saying you have to, but you could
have gotten married.
Have figured out, okay, went two very different directions.
You could have gotten a life and been happy.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess maybe that's the takeaway. Then the other thing is a hamburger that is actually way more depressing.
What was your other path, though, that you could have gone down? If you gotten so good at it, in that time you could have...
found a fruit that you really like.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Like a fruit that you like roll with, like in the amount of times it takes you to really get down to an exact second and wattage of what this TV dinner should be to come out tasting good, you could have tried mango. You could have tried an apple. You could have tried so many things to be like, hey, this is the fruit that I roll with. You know?
Yeah. Because once you have that perfect timing down, it means that it has to be the last time you ever have it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You're just like, wow, this is a science now.
Mm-hmm.
I can never buy these again.
Yeah.
I perfected this art form. It is time to move on to another medium.
Mm-hmm.
Which is microwave burgers. So was this like a straight up like 7-Eleven burger?
Kinda, yeah. It did not look, it looked like dry, and it looked like it's finally gotten to the point where the general public is as exhausted with processed stuff as doctors. Because it used to be if you went on and on about processed foods, you sounded like a health nut. And now you're just right. Like now they finally come out with a couple burgers where it's like, no,
yeah,
that's not even a good shape. You shouldn't have no burger. I'll go out on a limb right now and say no matter processed, unprocessed, grass-fed, grass-finished, I don't care if you put butter on any of that. No burger should be triangle.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that one was triangle. I'm just saying that the roundness to corners ratio was off.
Let's just say no corners generally. If you're not going to Wendy's, no corners.
If you're not going to Wendy's, no corners. All right. I don't want to eat a baseball diamond. Okay.
I think it's a fair rule.
Because
Wendy's are the only ones that can do corners.
Exactly. Now you're messing up because Wendy's even had to take a step back and be like, okay, what is the bread to meat ratio?
Yes.
How many bites are people going to be missing meat for?
Yeah. And I feel people typing already that, oh, White Castle has corners too, and White Castle is trash. Okay. I don't mean to start this war right now.
Ooh.
I don't mean, I know. I feel them coming. I know.
Fighting words.
I know. They're not good. I don't like them. I don't like White Castle. I might have had it too late in life, though. I never had White Castle until I was like in my mid-20s, and I was like, oh, okay. That's probably the problem.
I remember.
I was in my mid-20s and not on drugs, so.
Yeah, I remember you were the one when I moved to Chicago who explained White Castle to me.
I did?
Because I had never had it. It's not anywhere else I've lived.
Well, see, but it was never where I lived either. I never had it until we were already known each other for a few years where I had it.
For a few years? Because you were the one that told me it was a thing.
To New York. I mean, I knew it existed. I knew what people liked about it. I'd never had it. I
didn't know what it was. Someone had said White Castle, and I was like, okay, how about this? I thought it's gonna sound so dumb. I'm really did think White Castle was medieval times. Because it felt like it said it all right there. Like it was like white people in a castle.
No, you're not wrong. Medieval times is White Castle.
Yeah, I was like, all right, that's like what white people will do sometimes. They'll go to the medieval thing, and it's. I didn't know they put the name on the head like that, and then
but a bunch of honky improvisers love to go to to medieval times for a birthday. They go all out for White Castle.
And you were the one that that told me that it was Little Burgers, and I played it off like I didn't ever think that.
It was Little Burgers. You guys want to go down to Little Burger?
I'm just saying, like, because the way. Okay.
No, we never had them either. I never had them. I think from where I live right now, I think they had one in like Cedar Rapids. You know, and this is basically near where I grew up, and we just didn't have them. I knew of them, but I'd never had them ever.
Now, are you talking about White Castle or medieval times?
White Castle. I've never been to medieval times.
Oh, okay.
We
should go to medieval times.
That'd be fun. We absolutely should. That'd be a good time. I've been to things like medieval times, like that are offshoots kind of thing.
Like a Renaissance fair?
Well, not just that. I mean, literally, like the type of restaurant. We went to one in Florida that was medieval times, basically, but it was pirates. And dude, it kicked ass.
Really?
Because in the middle, instead of it being like the big, like dirt, courtyard thing, instead it was a big ass pool with a pirate ship in it, and then on the pirate ship were a bunch of trampolines and stuff, and they were all like acrobats instead of like knights, but they were all dressed like pirates. They would swing in from different corners and then do like flipping stunts and stuff, and it would be a lot like medieval times, where instead of jousting though, it would be this big like sword fight with them doing acrobatics, and they would get eliminated one by one, and like you were assigned, like your section was cheering for one of the pirates. I don't remember what it was called. But it was like super fun to watch.
That
it was like
sounds
medieval
dope.
time. It was fucking rad. I don't remember what it was called, but it was really cool.
Oh man.
But yes, I've also been to Renaissance fairs. I've been to a couple of Renaissance fairs.
I want to see like an earnest, like a real, like two people have a problem with each other fight at a Renaissance fair. Not a Renaissance fair where it's like, oh, we're gonna go at it as part of the performance. I mean, like
people can sign up.
Like Jeffrey and Sean been had problems. And so they start throwing hands, like full on, like full on tights on everything, but then the hands getting thrown are real.
Yeah, just ye old Fight Club.
Hey, that would be amazing, because then it's also cumbersome, because now you're not fighting in your best fighting clothes.
Nope, Well, then they're like, get on this horse with this lance, and you're like, I've never done this. They're like, well, yeah, you got beef though, so figure it out.
Dude, I don't even know where this is, but I've watched a few videos that they've made. There's a fight club in the woods. All right.
Elaborate, please.
There's a fight club in the woods where people go, and like it's like amateur boxing and amateur MMA and stuff, and they built an octagon out there and everything. And
oh god, so it's like proper, not just.
No, it's real. It's real. It's like,
oh god,
yeah, and
oh no,
and you would be surprised. It's actually handled really well, and the refs that they get are really good. Like the refs will call it off. Almost like the same as the same rules as any like sanctioned event, but I'm pretty sure it's in the woods because this is all legal, right?
So I'm just gonna see what happens when I type in "fight club in the woods" for Google.
I'm pretty sure this is a purposely undisclosed location.
Okay, so how'd you hear about it?
You hear things when you talk to people about fights, and everybody talks about fights all the time. You hear about fights.
Oh, so this is like some truly underground shit then.
Yeah.
Oh,
and it's really well done. It's actually better done than you would imagine, because it's.
Have you seen like footage of it or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway. There was a guy that showed up one time.
Nope.
What?
Nope. You can't just anyway.
What?
Is this something I can look up, or can you send me?
I'll see if I can find one for you.
Okay. You don't gotta do it right now, but
Yeah.
I wanna know what Fight Club in the Woods is all about.
Yeah. I think you're gonna be disappointed because it's very professionally done. Like the only thing.
Yeah, but still, just doing a sanctioned fight also in the woods is kind of funny to me.
Yeah.
It's got a real air of like Tekken to it,
Not only does it feel like Tekken, some of it looks like Tekken, because as long as you're in the same, I'm pretty sure, as long as y'all want to fight, they'll let y'all fight. And there's this one dude.
Oh, like old UFC rules.
Yeah, and
where you could be hundreds of pounds different.
I don't know how. I've seen some weight differences. I don't know how egregious they let them get, but like it does seem. There are some that are very one-sided, where you have to respect the heart of the other individual. You know what I mean? Like maybe when you weigh them in for heart, they weigh in the same. But as far as bodies, no.
Yeah, our weight class isn't weight; it's by passion.
And there was one dude who especially sorry if this is the one that I find for you to send for you because I've only ever watched 2, but he showed up. He showed up like he got the call and he lives in the woods. And so he just walked out of his house because he had the most comfortable garb on. Like I'm pretty sure he had on pajama pants and then slippers. And so this man is doing his footwork in slippers, countering punches in slippers.
Real quick, I want you to imagine you're in the woods and then you encounter a man in slippers.
And you encounter a man in a sweater, pajama pants, and slippers swinging. Like,
because in that case, if you run into a man in a sweater, pajama pants, and slippers, the best case scenario is he was just teleported from somewhere else. It's unlikely, but that is your best case scenario. Worst case scenario is he is about to kill you.
Yeah, I don't know if you greet him with champ. You know what I mean? It would be a surprise if he was a champion of something.
Yeah. Whatever he's the champion in, the police have not found him yet.
Yeah. And then some of them, I think, are barefoot. Some of them decide to have on some type of shoe, like a boxing shoe or something. But they'll also do them based on, I think, the discipline. So it is kind of like old UFC, where now, obviously, because all of MMA having some knowledge about every single discipline is for the best, you see a lot less of people showing up with one discipline as their primary, and there are still people that do that in the woods.
Yeah.
Like they show up and they're like, I'm just going to do Taekwondo.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because early UFC, like MMA wasn't like super a thing yet.
No, it didn't even exist. Yeah.
Yeah. Early UFC wasn't, MMA wasn't a thing. It was literally fighting. You were the ultimate fighter.
Yeah. You would just show up and know how to box
type of
only.
Fight. Yeah. Whatever type of fight you wanted to do, you would fight someone. Mm-hmm. And then there you have it.
It was really beautiful. And now everyone thinks that they do everything.
Yeah. It was, I mean, beautiful's a word for it. I don't know.
Well, it just like,
some of those early tapes I've ever seen are like, oh no.
Yeah, they hadn't figured out the rules yet.
If they stop this fight a second later, this becomes a snuff film.
Yeah. But what I mean by beautiful is that it is cool to watch two actual types go at it, you know?
Yeah.
And that's even remember
pure competition.
Yeah. Like the competition of like, because that's what they were trying to figure out in the beginning. Is boxing better than Muay Thai? Is Kung Fu real? Like, is like all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then Jiu-Jitsu,
which makes it a lot like again like a Tekken or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Where you have the character who's doing drunken boxing or whatever. And like you would have that in the original like Ultimate Fighting was just like a mishmash of ridiculous characters.
Yes.
Who are brought in from different realms with different styles to beat the shit out of each other for the entertainment of people who had VCRs.
Like, did you play Tekken growing up?
No, not really. I played more Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter. Didn't play a lot of Tekken.
Oh man. Okay. So,
that's why you tend to kick my ass anytime we're in an arcade and we play Tekken, because you're way more familiar than I am.
Yeah, but I'm not even the amount of money and the amount of clout that these new Tekken guys have is insane. It's actually troubling.
But we've watched some of the professional like Tekken are like, even though it's just a video game, you are kind of like, Jesus.
Yeah, and the crowds, they'll sell out an arena.
Yeah.
Imagine if my thumbs were that good. I just want good thumbs.
Just give me them good thumbs.
Like if you had real good thumbs, you could really make a living now. We're in a different era. If you come through with good thumbs, that's money.
Yeah, it used to be a phrase to say I'm all thumbs, and that used to be a bad thing. Now it's a good thing if you're all thumbs.
Yeah.
You ever heard that one?
No, I never heard that.
It's an old one.
Oh, okay.
Saying you're all thumbs at something means you're like not delicate with it or whatever. It's an old timey phrase. But now,
if I'm all thumbs at Fortnite, if I'm all thumbs at Tekken, if I'm all thumbs at Street Fighter,
if I'm all thumbs, I'm a millionaire YouTuber. I'm all thumbs,
I got a golden thumb.
Can we start a streaming channel called All Thumbs?
I mean, it probably would be pretty great.
I think that'd be great.
That'd be very fun. And we could do even like the old games, because you forget how, man, people who made games back in the day, so like Namco, Sega, all these places that made games back in the day didn't give a damn about kids.
No.
All those games were so hard.
Like, so fucking hard.
Like
so hard.
Past level 3, they were like unplayable.
They just wanted your quarters.
Yeah.
They didn't want you to have a good time. They wanted your quarters. It was a shakedown. It was kind of being held upside down by your ankles.
Yeah.
Is what some of those games were. Which I meant to text you, actually, speaking of old games. The Nintendo Switch, which we play every now and then, we're together on the road. They just added GoldenEye. So I got GoldenEye now for us to...
It looks like people about to get popped.
Yeah. It's about to... Our next video game video we make for Patreon is about to be fucking petty.
I don't even remember how to play.
All slappers. Oh, I'm always bad, because it's always, especially, the aiming is so horrible in that game. I'm never used to it, because I didn't own it when I was a kid, but all my friends had it. So I played it a lot, and we get used to it. But it's not one I have a muscle memory for.
Oh.
I am not all thumbs with GoldenEye.
Yeah.
In the good way. I'm all thumbs in the bad way.
Yeah. It is funny how... Do you remember the Nintendo 64 controller and how that was built?
Yeah. It felt like a prank.
Exactly. It's like, looking back on it, there's so much nostalgia for the cartridges and for the controllers and everything. But I remember when I got it for Christmas. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I was only a year late, but like I finally got one. I remember that and just being like blown away. And I got like 2 games with it, and I was just like, I was losing my mind, right?
Yeah.
And still, though, when I was holding it, I was like, this doesn't seem right. This is...
Well, there's like 2 different ways to hold it, because you have the 3 like prongs. Like, some games you kind of need to be in the middle on the thing. The other one you need to be sometimes on 2. I don't know. I always had to relearn how to use that controller every time, because I never owned one. But you owned an N64?
I owned a Nintendo 64, and then I didn't own another gaming system for years, because it was just, I did not have the money. And finally, I won a PS2.
Oh, we talked about this on something. That was a video I think we did.
Yeah, and then that was the last thing that I owned.
What'd you win it in? What'd you win a PS2 doing?
It was a walk run event or something. And I got the most signatures for like me doing 3 miles, or I'm trying to remember what it was, but it was something like that, where I needed signatures and I needed people to pledge, $5, $10, whatever. And I just put in work, because in my head I was like, this is the only way that I'm gonna get a PS2 ever.
Wow.
In my mind, I wasn't even going to grow up and buy my own. I was like, if I ever want one, it has to be now. Never. It has to be this. Yeah.
That's an awesome way to get it, though.
Yeah. And I remember it was like it was honestly like one of my, when you talk about top 100, because I won't put it in the top 10 because that sounds too sad, but like one of my top 100 favorite memories. Oh, no. That was my camera.
Your camera turning off?
Yeah. But one of my top 100 just favorite memories, period.
Yeah.
Was
in the video. We'll just put the wood guy from Tekken.
Yeah, Moko-chan.
on your half of the video. It'll be that guy.
And I brought it home, and I remember it played DVDs, and up until then, my mom and I couldn't watch DVDs because we didn't have a DVD player.
Oh, okay.
And they were too expensive to buy, and so there were just all these movies that were passing us by. And I remember when my mom was so excited for me and how like happy I was and everything, that I don't remember if I borrowed it or if she bought it. We must have borrowed it because I don't remember watching it. Maybe she bought it. Anyway, we watched Spider-Man on my PS2.
Ooh.
And my mom was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Thank you for winning this, Josh." And I was like so proud. I was like, "Oh man, this is the coolest," you know? Because it was like, even my mom was like, "This is pretty dope." You know what I mean?
That's a good story. I like that.
Yeah. That was like, I think that was the thing that really was a turning point where I was like, anything to like take care of my mom or anything that my mom needed. I was like, ever like that, like that, and then the groceries.
So you kept buying her PS2s, and she's like, "Honey, this is not.
Yeah, this isn't helping.
This is not. You took the wrong thing from this. I don't need all these PlayStation 2s."
Yeah, but no, I was like, bringing in the groceries for my mom one time, because one time I just surprised her because I was still fairly young. I was like kind of little, and we actually didn't get that much. And so she was getting out of the car and opening the door, you know? And when she turned around, I was right behind her with all 4 bags that I could not carry. Like I was just like, "Ah!" Like I was going to give myself a hernia. And she was like, like it was so heartwarming for her that I was like, "Oh, then I need to do this all the time." And I think that PS2 thing really was like a turning point where I was like, "Oh yeah, I like taking care of my mom, and I like doing my best to like, I don't know how you describe it, but like anything I can do to spoil my mom, I'm always very excited to do because it gives me that same feeling as I had with that PS2, because it wasn't that bad, but just not. This is gonna sound melodramatic, but like it was starting to affect me a little bit of like not even having a DVD player, because now I don't even know what anyone's talking about. Like when it comes to
you're missing
movies,
a lot of pop culture at that point,
dude.
Yeah.
It's like you don't want to ever not have money to the point where you're not from now. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're so broke you're from before. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I get that.
So that was one of my big things.
Yeah.
Where I was
that's so great too, because especially in that era of like the PlayStation 2, like that was the, you know, there was like a decade there where it was constantly talking about, you know, having video game systems like that were ruining children, you know, and there was, you know, putting time limits on it and making sure your kids weren't going to be psychos or whatever. You know what I mean? So the fact that you had the complete opposite experience where your mom was like, "This PlayStation 2 fucking rules."
Yeah.
That's it's like, it's really great that you had the opposite experience to that in every way.
Yeah. Yeah.
That your mom was like, "I'm so glad that you got this."
Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, Tony Hawk Pro Skater, I was playing all of it. I was up on all of it by then.
PS2 was a good system. PS2 was a really good system.
And it's easy.
Some of my favorite games are still on that system.
Yeah, it's easy to get nostalgic over it, but I think genuinely what also makes it great is someone pointed this out to me last month. Actually, it was while we were in Denver. A friend pointed out to me that one of the reasons we hold those games in such high regard is because it was our last time owning games.
Like physical copies?
Physical copies, because the thing that could happen, I'm not saying it's will, I'm not saying it's like some conspiracy theorist thing, but I'm just saying like what could actually happen now is that if something happened to like a database or a server or, you know, whatever with a gaming system, you might not be able to play a game that you own.
Yeah, because especially now, like, you know, I'm even behind a little bit because I have a PS4 and not a PS5, and it's like I think I own 3 hard copies, but I own like a shitload of games on it. Like, yeah, if the computer decides I don't get those anymore, that's the decision.
And updates. There were no updates. It was like they made a good game and then they put it out.
I think it's also that was the perfect generation of where games started getting more, I guess, more specialized. I'm not sure what the right word is, but like they were getting, that's when we started having like the dual stick stuff. Like you started having doing, using one to move, one to look around kind of stuff was in that generation. And I realized if you miss that generation, people who didn't play games during that generation and you give them a game now, they freak out. They have no idea how to handle games now. Because I've done that where I didn't realize, I'm like, if you didn't grow up playing games and you try to sit down at a game now as like someone our age, your brain almost can't comprehend it.
Yeah.
And so much of it stems from like that era of console. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So it's like, if you didn't get used to it, because that's like Jess, even she gets, if anything first person or any game that has a camera that moves, she gets sick if she watches it.
Yeah.
Because she didn't play those games then. It's like you have to, because I'm like, why wouldn't you get motion sick? I've just done it for years.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm with you. Well, dude, are you ready to open up the mailbag?
Give me 1 sec. We're about to do that. Hi, Jess. I heard her coming. Do you need to walk through quick? Because sometimes she's...
I've got a fun story you guys could talk about.
Well, we're about to wrap this episode up, but if you... What happened?
Have you ever heard of a milk and molasses enema?
No.
Woogie boo.
Woogie boo is what he said. A milk and molasses enema?
Yeah.
That sounds like... when they clearly run out of names for like the specialized IPAs, and they're like, oh, this is demon anus fist, and you know what I mean? They just start putting words together. That's what that sounds like.
Yeah, it works.
Ugh.
That's what I was cleaning up before I came home.
That's what I was cleaning up before I came home. She just said. Okay, thanks for stopping by, hon.
You're welcome. I love you.
Love you. Your job's gross. I'm glad you do it, but everything's bad about it. Should we keep that in the episode?
Let's let's do it. Let's oh God, open up the mailbag. I gotta go try to eat nachos now.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, this has been a strange episode. All right, here we go. Let me see. Opening up the mailbag. This is our email, joshjohnsonshow@gmail.com. You can email us questions or stories or topic ideas, and we love to read them there. Here's one. This is from Kaylin. And the title is called Storytime Request. Hey, Toontown and Squeaks. I'm a longtime listener, first-time emailer to the show. I've probably listened to every episode about 3 times. I will never get used to that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
People have been telling us that for 3 years. I'll never get used to it. Y'all are my favorite thing about Thursdays. Well, as per usual, I was re-listening to an old episode 48, Little Joshy is Kidnappable, while changing my cat's litter, and Josh mentioned an old improv troupe he was kicked out of. I don't believe Josh ever told this story, and I was hoping he would indulge the listeners. On a side note, Josh singing Vindicated at the end of episode 125, our last episode, Don't Meth with Crack, is my new favorite thing to say to myself alone and unprompted. Never fails to make me smile, LOL. Anyway, hope y'all are well. Truly cannot express how much this show means to me. See y'all next Thursday. Thank you, Kaylin. That was a very lovely email.
That was dope.
This improv troupe. I don't know if we've really talked about it.
Yeah, I will talk about it, but it is longer than... In order to really tell it, it is longer than...
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's put that on the docket. Maybe next episode. Should we try to dig into
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah.
Because we could probably do, because we both did improv. There's probably improv stories we could fill an episode with, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Do something like that. Okay, so I know that's always sometimes annoying that we get asked a thing and we're like, cool, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
But okay, so we'll get to that. But thank you so much for that email. And then this one here, this is from Gabe. And great podcast with a great host. The title says, hey guys, love the podcast, but I just wanted to ask, why isn't it called the Logan Nielsen Show? I mean, Josh is funny, I guess, but Logan is obviously superior. I mean, compared to Logan, Josh is barely even there, but they spelled it like bear in that pun that you love.
Oh, God.
I'm just kidding, parentheses, maybe. I love both of you, and I love the show. 1 million out of 20 jangles. Sorry about your brain, King. Gabe, and then I love they give a pronunciation key, and it just says, pronounce like the word gay. Then you add a B sound.
Wow.
Thank you, Gabe. I appreciate that, because I know this episode 2 is going to get some hate because I talked a lot, and some people hate that. So some of our listeners are not a fan of me being a part of the show, but so I appreciate that.
Yeah, and thank you so much, Gabe. And thank all of you. Thank you for listening to the Josh Johnson Show. We had a great time recording. I hope you had a great time listening. All that I ask of y'all in this episode is, if you enjoy the show, just tell one friend. Just tell a friend about it, so we can hopefully make more people laugh in the new year. Come out every Thursday, wherever you get your podcast. You already know that if you're listening. And if you're looking for Logan,
you can follow me on Instagram at Logan M. Nielsen. And if you want bonus stuff that we do, because we make some videos, we do some side podcasts, we do a bunch of goofy stuff over at our Patreon, patreon.com/Josh Johnson Show. And like we mentioned earlier in the episode, we do monthly live shows. So come join us. We tell stories we've never told in the show before. We interact with people. And have a generally chaotic time. We literally just finished recording January's before we started recording this, and it was one of the more off the rail ones we've had. I would say,
yeah,
it was pretty chaotic, but it's a whole different vibe over on that, and we're touring this year, so keep an eye on. All the links are down. We put so many links down there; they all lead to important information.
Yeah,
how's that?
Thank you all so much for listening. I hope you have a great rest of the day, and I hope you have a great weekend.
And I hope you have a great trip to Australia, Josh.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. One assumes.
I'd like to assume.
There's so many spiders there.
Don't. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It really supports the channel. Hit the bell notification, because apparently it's the only way YouTube will tell you that something happened. And just tell a friend. That's the biggest thing you could do. Just tell one person in your life that you like, maybe you don't like, that this video happened to you.
We release the podcast every Thursday on all the podcast apps, so you should find us there and subscribe on those and comment and leave reviews and whatever on all of them. And also, if you want bonus stuff, you can join our Patreon, patreon.com/Josh Johnson Show. We have bonus podcasts and videos and stuff there, and we'd love to see you